you've already done the first one. The most important thing to me was to get players and families together from all of our levels. We don't get to do this very often. But I think one of the things that the kids say is that football feels like a family atmosphere, and I want that to translate to all the families, whether you're a freshman family or a senior family, incoming or outgoing. So it's really nice to see people here being able to spend time and interact with one another, and we hope to do things like this more often so that all of us feel like a community. So I really appreciate you coming and eating some donuts and just having a conversation this morning. The second thing is that the way football works, we go so quickly from game to game that, you know, we always tell the kids you get to enjoy it overnight, and by the time you get back to film, we're back to work on the next week, and we never intentionally slow down to recognize something or enjoy something. So this is a good Saturday when we don't know who we're going to play next, and we don't know much about the playoffs right now, to spend a little time reflecting on the accomplishments of the season while we're doing it. We'll do it again at the banquet, certainly, but that's after the fact. We never slow down in the moment and say, hey, this is pretty cool what we did. And I wanted to recognize the efforts and the achievements of all of our teams. Big congratulations to our freshman team for their 6-4 season and their you know, just because of the construction, we were all forced to be together, and I think that was one of the best things that we did this season, was for everyone to be on the same field and be so intimately connected in our practices and our development, and to establish relationships between the older kids and the younger kids. So even though it wasn't anyone's first choice to have exactly one field here at Beckman, it turned out to be really good. Obviously, our JV team had its struggles this year through no fault of the boys, I think. But to their credit, we have a lot of kids that really hung in there and have done a lot of work to make sure that the team that you see on Friday nights is prepared. And that's pretty thankless work, realistically. And they deserve a big hand as well. And then finally, it's really nice to have this in our presence, for Beckman to have won this just twice, and it's in the history of playing the Irvine schools is a cool thing. The idea that, or the fact that we put ourselves in a position to make the playoffs is a cool thing, and I think that one of the nice things has been that the boys were really laser focused on meeting those two goals. Those were the two things that they wanted to do. I think even Trent said that in the paper to the reporter last night. These are the two things they really wanted. And to know that they came together to achieve that goal when, to be honest, there weren't a whole lot of people that thought that we could, outside of this area right here, is a really awesome accomplishment, and they deserve a hand as well. And then the last thing that I wanted to do is I just wanted to share what little I know or understand about the new playoff system, okay? It's really unclear how this is going to go. All that we know is that we're the second place team coming out of the Pacific Coast League, and we get like a priority admission into the playoffs, okay? Now, after that, it's unclear what they do. I don't know how they're going to rank the team. I don't know how they're going to seed the team. I have no idea who's going to be in or out because it's based on power rankings. I don't know if we're going to have to drive out to the high desert or up to San Luis Obispo or get a home game. There's very little that we know. So you're going to get the information almost at the same time that we do. It'll come out on the CIF webpage at 12 noon tomorrow, and probably just a few seconds later it'll be on OC Varsity, okay? And it's only at that time that we're going to know who we play or where we're playing. And then we scramble to get everything organized, okay? Now, as far as our players are concerned, everybody who's been participating in the varsity and JV program is still playing football, okay? So life as we know it for the varsity and JV kids goes on as usual until the end of the season. And then there will be a group of freshmen that we ask to join us as well. But those determinations have yet to be made, and we have to talk to the families and all that. So that's it. That's all I know. Okay. And I wish, like you guys, I wish that we had a little bit more certainty on that level, but we have to wait 24 hours for that. Okay. So in the end, I really appreciate you guys coming out. Like I said, it's nice to just stop for a second and enjoy the things that the boys were able to accomplish. And for the parents who've done so much to support the program, both materially and emotionally, I think it's also a big deal for you guys as well. So continue to enjoy your morning, hang out with one another, and we look forward to seeing everyone next week. All right, thank you so much.